Okay, I think I finally got this Ustream figured out a little bit. I think the audio sounds a lot better now, and I've got the video working, so we'll go ahead and do this again and see how it works out. So, what this is, it's a video that I'm trying to do, and I didn't invite anybody to this one, but I want to be able to do a Q&A live to where, if you have questions, you can text me while I'm talking, and I can answer your questions. Just kind of trying to figure all this out of how to do that. But anyway, this Q&A was just about paint guns. I've had a lot of questions about the paint guns we use on the videos that we have on YouTube and places like that, and on my website. And the first gun that I wanted to talk about is this Iwata. We're using this on one of the videos, and we use it to put base coat down. We use it to put a mid coat and the clear coat. And we found that it works real well for that. It works really good for the clear coat. But I think someone was wondering why we was using the same color for all of them. Well, this is an orange one, which is designed. This is an extreme Iwata LP400 gun that is designed specifically for base coat. But after doing some testing, we found it does work real good for clear, and we got good mills and everything, so we used it. But the question was, why aren't we using the silver one? Because they do make a silver cap that is for clear coat. And I just wanted to make sure, and I did a little bit of research before I made this video. So I called Iwata and talked to them about it, and they said they do make a silver one, and it is designed for a clear coat, but they have found that a lot of painters are calling in and they're hearing a lot of comments that they do, like this one as well for the clear coat. So really the answer is just kind of for you to decide yourself as a painter what works best for you. Try this with base and clear, try the silver with clear, and just like a painter or a welder, there's not going to be one size fits all. Everybody's a little bit different, and you're just going to have to find what works best for you. If you are using it for clear, you're probably going to want to back the fluid up a little bit, maybe narrow the fan down just a little bit to give you a little bit more fluid clear coat when you're spraying it out there. So anyway, someone also commented and said, what about the purple? Do you ever use the purple? And this is the first Iwata I've ever used, so I don't know a whole lot about them. So I asked the company when I was talking to them, I asked them about the purple cap, and they said what that is. That is for like metal flakes and things like that, real big things. So you probably will not be using it much. Most of the things you do will probably be with this or with the silver, so you just kind of try it out. This orange is a 1.3, and again, like I said, it works real well. But we also like using, even with the Sata, we like the 1.3 for the base and the clear. They recommend maybe even using a 1.4 for your clear, but again, that's just kind of up to you. Now, one of the questions we had about the Sata, or some people say Sata or Sata, but is, do we use the 3000? And we do not. And the difference between this is a Sata Jet RP, which stands for reduced pressure, which is a compliant gun. But the Sata 3000 is designed for water base. You can shoot waterborne paints through it. This one you cannot. It does not have the coatings inside of it, and the water would, start corroding the metal in there. Now the Iwata, this one is set up for it. So if you have a Sata and you're going to be using base coats, you want to be sure and use a 3000. And the 3000 may spray a little better. I'm sure it has some features that have improved over this one. But out of these two, I actually like, and the students like this Iwata. It's really done us a good job on the things that we've done. There's one more gun I want to talk about. Is this 3M? It's a gray coat gun. However, they don't make these anymore. I wish they did, because it's a really good gun. Sprays really good. Atomizes real good, and I'm not sure what the cost was on it, but I wish they still made these. The neat thing about this gun is it does have a pressure gauge here on the cap. It was dropped. One of the students dropped it, and the gauge broke off. We need to get another gauge and put on it. We just capped it off for right now. But there's a lot of confusion, because usually your P pages and everything that will talk about 10, 12, 14, or whatever PSI, and that's not right here. It's at the fluid cap. So that lets you know exactly what you're shooting at the fluid cap. But this is a really good gun. This is probably my 3 favorite guns. We also use a DeVilbiss and I think it's a 1.8, 1.6, or 1.8, and for priming, we use that for priming. Now, if you're someone that a do-it-yourself or car enthusiast, that's a good gun for the money. It's a lot less expensive than these guns, and it still works real well. It works excellent for a primer, but they do also have tips that you can use and fluid needles. They have one for base coat. You can buy a gun that has all three tips, and you have one for clear coat and one for primers. Of course, primers is going to be the bigger one, the 1.6 or 1.8. Your base coat is going to be 1.3, and your clear coat, 1.4 in that range. And you can play around with those too. But for the money, that is probably one of the best buys. And especially if you're someone that does not painting every day. I mean, it's a good gun for the cost. But my personal opinion, out of these three right now, like I said, I have not tried the 3000. That may prove me wrong. Of course, Iwata has come out with another one too that I haven't tried. But this right now is my favorite gun. It sprays the best. It's the most favored by the students at the school. They like this one, so this one has my vote for right now. So anyway, that's kind of it on the paint guns. And this is just a short one. I'm just kind of testing, but I'm wanting to get this together and figure out how to read the comments. I don't know if I can hear you or have to read the text. That's something I'm still figuring out with this system. So, but I know there is a way, and I hope that I can have these, and I'll send you an email message, and to be sure that you get my messages and to be able to listen to these Q&As, and also I have a whole training videos that you can subscribe to. If you'll go to donnie-smith.com, you can subscribe to my free training. It's absolutely free, don't cost you a dime, and you get step by step, how to do body work and how to straighten metal and how to prime and things like that. And you'll also be updated about things like Q&As that I may be doing like this, and you'll update it on my blog posts that I have. And like I said, it does not cost you anything. So be sure and go to donnie-smith.com, and you can subscribe there. There's a little form there. All we need is your first name, email address, something that we can send it to, and that way you'll be sure to hear about these live Ustream videos whenever we get it up and going. So anyway, it's Friday, so have a good weekend, and it's also the 4th. So have a great 4th of July. Talk to you soon.